Hey guys, what's going on? We are ATX VGC, and we are live here on Monday night. It is currently 8:22 Boulevard watch time, and Rollercoaster, we're here for our third match of the night, the last set that you and I will be recording together. Are you looking forward to it?
I'm always looking forward to Pokemon, and I'm ready to go. I'd like to give a quick shout out. Thank you for DJ Prime for coming. This is a little bit of a last minute adjustment, so we super appreciate it. And also, I'm excited to see what Wave has. Also, just a side thing, I noticed that like sometimes it's weird. Like the screen reflects into my glasses. It makes me look like I'm cross-eyed. It's very jarring to look at.
I just thought you were cross-eyed, Rollercoaster. I haven't seen you since what, March?
Yeah, right. You don't remember what my face actually looks like. It's the only version of me that you can associate with.
Fun times. I can't wait until we have locals again.
It's going to be glorious. I'm excited for it. We can see each other, talk, have in-person matches. Won't be able to run calcs in front of people.
Man, what's it gonna be like in a world where you can't screen peek?
Well, I hope we find out soon. But for now, I am a very big proponent for Tiki headband merch. That would be something that I would be very interested in.
I love that as well. Anything with the ATX logo on it, I would wear it. I would start wearing a headband.
Yeah. We need to get the headband gang going. But for now, let's talk about the teams we got here. Wave Racer has a very interesting Sun team. We've got Indeedee, Torkoal, Landorus, Venusaur, Rotom, Heat Form, and Stakataka, which is a very interesting Pokemon I've been interested in exploring, but haven't really found a lot of success. It can be very threatening, and also a very solid counter to the Ice Horse. And DJ Prime has Indeedee, Metagross, Whimsicott, Milotic, Kangaskhan, and Blaziken.
Yeah, so pretty cool. I do think we did DJ Prime play last week, or is this their first time playing here on Monday night?
It would seem that they did in fact play last week.
Oh, that's right. DJ Prime was playing Gemma last week.
So let's see. This is a pretty interesting Sun team. It doesn't have so like usually the components of Sun are obviously your Sun Setter, Venusaur for chlorophyll. Charizard has kind of been in and out of Sun teams. It's really good for the damage, but some people don't like using it. And then the more important part is you have a Trick Room option because Torkoal is slow, so it operates well in Trick Room. And then you have a Trick Room Sweeper, which Stakataka is a really awesome choice because it functions as both the setter and the sweeper. So the problem before had been with so you do Follow Me, Trick Room, and then you kind of have to try to get your Trick Room Sweeper in without taking too much damage. Now Follow Me, Trick Room, Stakataka is good to go. He's going to start taking bodies if you're not careful.
And then it gets the Beast Boost.
Yeah, and then it gets the Beast Boost. Stakataka normally gets the Beast Boost on the defensive side. It also got access to Body Press, so if you get a KO with Steel Spike, that means that you get +2 defense, and later your Body Presses are going to be super strong. Just going to kind of okay, sweet. It's all good. The game is a little still out of scale. Thank you, Gemma. Okay, cool.
Live background action there.
Yeah, I get to see it happen. The other thing that I think is super funny about Stakataka is that you can train it in a way so that it gets the attack boost off of Beast Boost, but you have to give it a defense hindering nature in order to do that.
That's actually really interesting, Rollercoaster. I did not know that. I actually have never used Stakataka. I'm not sure. Have you used one before?
I've been experimenting with it. I think it's a cool Pokemon just in general. I like the design. Okay, wait. So real quick, we got Indeedee Milotic versus Indeedee Stakataka. It looks like Wave is going to be going for the Trick Room option. So most likely you've got Torkoal, and potentially also Venusaur in the back for whenever Trick Room's over. You have the fast option. Milotic's a very interesting lead here from DJ because, I mean, like, you see that Wave has a Sun team, so this seems to be DJ's anti-Sun lead, and I'm very curious as to why that is.
Yes, we are going to see the helping hand come out from the Indeedee. Stakataka just chooses to protect. The Indeedee goes for the Mystical Fire, so they better hope that they don't get the special attack drop there, and they are going to get it. Competitive is going to come out.
Special attack drop.
Oh, yeah. So the Milotic is just going to get the boost up. Muddy Water is going to come out. Stakataka has the protect up, so that's good for the Stakataka in this situation, but Indeedee is not going to like this Muddy Water as it does come down to 48 HP. So pretty rough turn there, turn one from Wave.
Yeah, Wave may have slipped their mind exactly how the competitive interaction worked. I did like the kind of initial idea behind that, like, okay, my stack attack isn't going to take a water move very well, and I know that you have spread water damage, so let me try to reduce the damage output. Went a little bit in the opposite direction, but conceptually a solid plan.
Yeah, something I can relate to as being a golfer. If I try to hit a draw and I end up just hitting a huge cut, I am in big trouble. And very similar situation in this time.
Yeah. Indeedee's moved first both times, so that is a very fast Indeedee. Muddy Water is going to come out again. This is going to do solid damage to both of Wave's Pokemon. It's going to get rid of the Indeedee. If that Indeedee went for an Expanding Force, this is not going to be a great... Yeah, that is unfortunate. I don't think Venusaur's surviving this. Yeah, this is not going very well for Wave.
Yeah,
I think at this time, you Trick Room and you try to dodge Muddy Water.
I think that's probably the best bet, and then you're going to want to max Stakataka and murder Milotic. no more kind way of saying that. That's going to be your best bet, is to dodge the Muddy Water and then make this Milotic faint with harshness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking suboptimal to say the least. In fact, I would say that DJ doesn't even have to risk the Muddy Water Misc. You can just go for a Helping Hand Max Geyser at this point. You're the fastest thing on the field.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point there. You can just get rid of the Sun going into the Stakataka, potentially get rid of the Stakataka. I don't know how much that's... I mean, that's probably going to get the KO, right?
I mean, yeah, Water is going to hit it super effectively. Stakataka has great special defense, but +1 Max Geyser, even in the Sun, I think would be enough to get it, especially with a Helping Hand. Torkoal going for Protect, trying to make it to the sweet, sweet promise of a Trick Room on the other side. Oh, Milotic actually has Max Quake. That could be a potential way for Wave to get back in this. I'm not sure, though. Yeah. Looks like the Quake just does way too much damage. I don't know if that's in range of an Expanding Force. I would not be surprised because of how low Stack Attack is. It does resist the Psychic move, but if Wave doesn't get Trick Room up this turn, it looks like it's just not happening for them.
Yeah, we are going to see the Stack Attack just go down, so it is going to be the Torkoal versus the World, and I don't think Torkoal likes looking at a gigantic Milotic.
I am famously a user of the move Yawn. Woke Flossie, thank you.
And Santakas wants to get you an espresso, it sounds like.
Yeah, and then Quake's gonna get poor little Torkoal who just a crit too. Poor Torkoal.
It looks
You're so
like
young.
ATX VGC in the chat is encouraging you guys to subscribe to our channel so we can get Rollercoaster some coffee. Stop this man from yawning so much during our stream, guys. Subscribe so we can pay for some coffee.
I'm doing everything I can here. I got this glass of water. So that obviously went very poorly for Wave Racer.
Yeah.
I am still curious as to how that counters Venusaur. Potentially that's like Focus Sash and DD, and it's just going to get a really big expanding force off on it. And then you change the weather with a Max Geyser into Torkoal. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Wave's Game 2 plan is. You could lead Venusaur, but potentially DJ may like reverse read that, be like, okay, you saw what I led, so you're gonna lead to counter that, and I'm gonna lead with my Blaziken this time. So it'd be very interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see Blaziken. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I've seen it on other people's teams that I've played against, but I haven't even faced it yet. Oh, Gemma, thanks for gifting the subs. It looks like Cherry Mancake is now our newest subscriber. So Cherry, welcome. Welcome to the subscriber gang. I don't know how else to put it. You've been a part of our community for such a long time. I can't say welcome to ATX community.
It would seem this is all a part of the ongoing effort to get me to drink some coffee to stop being so tired on stream.
It's okay. I'm feeling it just as well, Rollercoaster. I'm just fighting.
Espresso Oreos, really? How are they? Is that any good?
Central Market. I need to check out this Central Market place.
Have you never been to Central Market? It's pretty cool.
I haven't. No, I haven't. I just go to HEB like every other person.
That is true. You did not have the glory of HEB before you came here. HEB is an amazing grocery store.
I will tell you, my first time ever being in HEB, I was actually in awe. I was like, this is glorious. Like, everything is so inexpensive compared to everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And they have everything you could possibly need, like spaghetti and peanut butter.
You got $10, you can get a solid rotisserie chicken.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Anyway,
oh, right.
Guys, Indeedee Milotic is DJ Prime's lead here, and Wave is actually leading with the timer ball on the... Help me out here, Rollercoaster. I think it was
Torkoal. So yeah, Wave made the adjustment. I was like, okay, well, I saw what you did. I don't think this handles Venusaur very well. So I'm gonna go with Venusaur. It looks like you can do solid damage here. I like I said, I'm not entirely sure how this deals with Venusaur super well. Potentially that Milotic has something like Max Hailstorm off of Ice Beam to hit it. So something like a Follow Me to take the Vine Lash so that Milotic doesn't take too much, and then getting a big Hailstorm off. For me, this would be an instance where I would always target the Milotic just in case that they don't follow me. Maybe they try to go for something like a Helping Hand Max Hailstorm into the Venusaur, but I'm not entirely sure if that would get it. Indeed, he does go for Follow Me. Milotic's going to go for something to try to take care of the opposing team. G-Max Vine Lash comes out. Indeed, he has a +1 special defense thanks to the Psychic Seed it has, which turns out to be very helpful. Soaks up that very easily. Hailstorm comes out from the Milotic into Venusaur. I would imagine this does about half. Yeah, just about there. So a bit of a solid turn either way. What do you think?
I think DJ Prime is more in the driver's seat after that turn. Changing the weather is massive when you're facing a Venusaur. So this Venusaur is probably not going to it might not even outspeed the Indeedee next turn, and the Indeedee could potentially get... They could double target this Venusaur now and probably get a knockout, if I were to guess.
Yeah, Milotic probably... I imagine if this is your Sun counter, that I would imagine that the Milotic is max speed, or at least faster than your common Venusaur. The Indeedee soaked up, despite being a +1 special defense, the Indeedee did take the hit very well. Oh, thank you for the gift sub, Maggie. Appreciate it.
Oh, looks like that went to Kellogg. Apparently that is Will's best friend. So
awesome.
Very cool there. Kellogg, welcome to the subscribers.
It has just been revealed that Venusaur is still the fastest thing on the field despite the sun no longer being up, and goes for Max Quake to get the special defense boost. Potentially it'll allow it to live this expanding force. It hangs on barely. Torkoal goes for a Heat Wave, probably just trying to pick the Indeedee off. It looks like that is in range of Hail. Venusaur is going to survive barely. Milotic takes a little bit of chip, and then DD goes down. If it didn't go down to the hail, it definitely would have gone down to the Vine Lash. And now Venusaur is still on the field. Torkoal has a special defense boost. And Milotic is in danger of taking a Vine Lash next turn. I don't know how much Wave is valuing the weather at this point. Yeah, I guess it would depend on what Prime has in the back. Okay. Venusaur is in range of a fake out, so...
Yeah,
Ooh.
so...
Sorry, I just got excited.
Well, the interesting thing here, Rollercoaster, is that Venusaur living on 10 HP, it was originally brought down to 20 HP. So even if it were to protect this time around, it would not survive. So
yeah, it would definitely go down to the hail.
I stopped your excitement. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Wave is actually just going to switch out the Venusaur, save it for later, potentially thanks to it can deal with that Milotic really well. Rotom comes out. If that was something like a fake out, Rotom should take it no problem. And DD comes in. Oh wait, Psychic Terrain is already up. Kangaskhan goes for Body Slam into the Rotom. This is going to do a decent amount of damage, not quite half. Geyser comes out into what was the Torkoal, is now the Indeedee. Does about half to Indeedee, and now the rain is up. So, and now there's the only variable to control the weather is Wave Racer's Torkoal. So you could just switch in Torkoal right now, depending on how much damage. Oh, you took the body press pretty well. Depending on how gutsy you're feeling, you could go for a nasty plot. I do think that's a little risky because of the Milotic spread damage. But ooh, wait, that's very interesting. But yeah, this may just be like another Body Slam into the Indeedee and then something like a Muddy Water. TT's gifting the sub now.
Thanks
hey, JJ got a gift sub.
JJ.
That's awesome.
He said it's fate, or they said it's fate. Sorry. So yeah, this is actually pretty cool here. It's very cool seeing the Rotom Heat as the Indeedee is just going to give it the helping hand. So let's see what this wants to target down. Body Slam is just going to come out from the Kangaskhan, as we saw. Did close to half health last time around. This time it brings it down into the red, but the berry is going to proc. Looks like it is Figgy. Muddy Water comes out into range, and Rotom does get the dodge. So that is massive for the Rotom Heat, as that would have done tons of damage. I don't know if it would have gotten the KO, but it would have done tons of damage.
Oh, and Rotom's able to get the KO onto that Milotic thanks to that dodge. That is insane. Rotom comes back to Wave Racer. This is going much better for them than the last game. Wave is deciding to go into the Venusaur with only 5 hit points, but luckily there's no hail, so it's not going to go down this turn. Vine Lash damage, it's chipping away at the Kangaskhan. And now we're going to see what DJ's last is. It is the Metagross, it turns out. Something that Torkoal matches up very positively against. I imagine because Venusaur's so low, you have Rotom and Torkoal in the back. So I think you could switch in the Torkoal, try to go for the biggest hit you can onto the Kangaskhan, and then I think Rotom should be able to clean up from there.
JJ said the Headband King blessed them.
Yes.
Just cracks me up.
The Headband King himself. DD's going to switch out. This is no doubt going to be Torkoal. I really think if you just get rid of the Kangaskhan, you could be able to seal yourself up for a pretty solid win. Drought comes out, and Venusaur goes for Sleep Powder into the Metagross. Very interesting choice there. Kangaskhan is definitely going to go for the KO into this Venusaur. Oh, actually goes for it into the Torkoal.
Yeah, and that's Torkoal's
interesting.
living.
Okay, that, in my opinion, that was a pretty risky play, but it turned out very positively for Wave Racer. Now you can go for a Heat Wave and a Leaf Storm into the Kangaskhan. It looks like the Vine Lash chip is over. So DJ is in a very kind of scary
Bush
position.
Senior, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you. Kangaskhan has Sucker Punch. He was waiting for the Psychic Terrain to end.
Oh, wow.
But that does mean that Torkoal just gets this Heat Wave off for free. This is going to do solid damage.
Just
Jesus.
double
Just KOs. Oh, crit the Kangaskhan. My.
Oh, that was a large Heat Wave, if I were to say so myself.
Yeah. That was a really, really solid adjustment from Wave Racer. That crit on Kangaskhan probably helped Torkoal get the KO, but because it KO'd the Metagross so easily, I think it would have been very difficult for Kangaskhan to do a 3 versus 1 at whatever health it would have been at after the Heat Wave against Rotom Heat, Indy, and Torkoal. That Muddy Water dodge really kind of helped Wave get into a favorable position.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, while we are here waiting for our Game 3, our second in a row Game 3, by the way, I will mention that if you are having fun tonight, if you like what you are seeing, if you want to be a part of what you are seeing, go ahead and !Discord in the chat. Join our Discord. We are ATX VGC, and yeah, we do this every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah.
Help us get
up.
some headband merch. Help me get some coffee. Sign up for the Discord. Join today.
Our sign-ups go live every Thursday, and you can find that in our Discord. So, yeah, Thursday mornings at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. They run through Sunday.
It looks like Woke Flossie has pointed out that the 3-game streak has begun. Nibs, we are going on to a Game 3 to determine this.
Oh man, we're gonna see 10 plus in a row again. I think we got to 11 last time. Do you know if that's accurate?
I don't remember. I think it was a lot though.
It was like 11 or 13 or something.
All right. So we're going into Game 3 here, Wave versus DJ. Let's see what adjustments happen. Does Wave go back to trying the Trick Room option? Does DJ stick with Milotic as the lead? Whimsicott Milotic is going to be the lead. Interesting choice. If Rotom and Venusaur, okay. All right, this is solid stuff. I imagine that Rotom's going to want to switch out for... actually, you know what? You don't even need to... You could just go for a Volt Switch and a G-Max Vine Lash into the Milotic. I think that's a pretty solid turn. Potentially you lose Rotom to a Geyser, but you saw that Venusaur, it was like a 2-hit KO to get Venusaur with Hailstorm. You don't need the weather right now in order for Venusaur to survive. So I think something just like a Volt Switch into Torkoal and a Vine Lash would be pretty solid here.
Yeah, so hopefully it's not a high roll. Where we saw, if it is a Hailstorm coming out from this Milotic, and it doesn't like crit or get a super high roll or something like that, this Venusaur could potentially go down because it didn't Dynamax.
Oh, it didn't Dynamax? Yeah, that's pretty scary then. Whimsicott goes for a Taunt, covering the option of just going for the raw switch out into Sleep Powder. Venusaur can't use Sleep Powder after the Taunt. Geyser comes out into the Rotom, which could have switched in for the Torkoal. Rotom just goes down immediately. But I'd say that this isn't that bad of a turn. Presumably next turn, Whimsicott's going to want to go for a Tailwind. The only issue here is that it looks like all of Wave's Pokemon in the back are pretty weak to this Milotic, and I don't know how much a Vine Lash is going to do to it.
Yeah, so if you're in DJ Prime's position here, do you just go for another Geyser and just get rid of the Sun again? Or, yeah, is that what you think you would do?
Yeah, I mean, you can Tailwind, but it doesn't get you that much, though. I mean, like it's a good investment for a forward. I imagine you do something like you Tailwind, and you go for either a Quake or Geyser into the Torkoal so that you can, because if you get rid of Torkoal, then you keep the speed control for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see what our players decide to do here, and it looks like the Venusaur may have clicked the Gmax Vine Lash on the Venusaur. We are going to see the Max come out in the timer ball, and judging by the last time around, that was the Venusaur.
Yeah, Venusaur's going to get big here. The nice thing is that you can kind of ignore Whimsicott. It can't really do anything to either the Torkoal or the Venusaur. It's just going to be annoying with like taunts and tailwinds and stuff like that. Tailwind does come out. We saw that the Venusaur is just naturally faster than this Milotic. So Vine Lash is still going to come out first. Doesn't do that much into the Milotic, honestly. It takes it very, very well. Milotic has crazy bulk here. Quake comes out into the Torkoal, probably going to guarantee the KO. Oh, Torkoal actually lives, increases the special bulk onto Milotic. And the weather stays up, so Venusaur stays faster. Eruption comes out. Pretty sad Eruption, though.
That did not. I mean, it still brought the Whimsicott down to about half, so you can tell that Whimsicott's probably not very like bulky invested. It's probably max speed, timid.
Yeah, max speed, focus sash, timid. But I mean, I think if DJ can get rid of the, you know what? Maybe even it's not so much if they can get rid of the Torkoal this turn. If they have the Blaziken in the back, that could just be really, really threatening to the Venusaur.
I really hope you get to see Blaziken. I haven't seen it yet. It's still just staring at me.
It's mocking you. Look how cool I am, Babs. You want to see me in a fight?
Like, I am the fighting chicken.
Yeah.
Fear me.
Another Vine Lash comes out, puts Milotic super low. Without anything like a crit, it's just not going to be able to get the KO. Hailstorm comes out, doesn't do that much damage. Oh, hello, Squiddo. But Torkoal stays in and did not switch. Heatwave comes out, gets decent damage out onto the Indeedee. With a combination of, the Vine Lash and the Hail Chip, Milotic gets low, but now, so Torkoal's very low. It can switch out to try to get the sun back up, but I'd say that Milotic can just go for a Blizzard this turn.
Oh, Professor Ragnus here. What's going on, Ragna?
Oh, what's up, Professor Ragna? How's it going, man?
I've been watching some of Ragnus streams, and they have been popping lately.
He's there's currently a fund for Ragna to do a no beanie stream, so if anyone wants to follow Ragna and contribute to that, it's always good to support a friend. Looks like Venusaur is probably going to go for a Protect. You might want to try to pivot into whatever you have in the back and then get the sun back up. You do have the ability to control the weather still because Torkoal's still alive. But still then, it's going to be a little difficult. Yeah, Venusaur goes for Max Guard, but it looks like Torkoal didn't switch out. It's just a double Protect. That's very interesting.
Musical, thanks for the follow.
Oh, it was based off of Ice Beam, Expanding Force. Probably just waiting for the Hail and the Vine Lash to finish off the Milotic. However, this Indeedee looks like it's still going to be a problem. I don't think Venusaur is going to take an Expanding Force very well.
Yeah, I would say that you're definitely right. The follow me pressure is definitely strong for the Indeedee, and that's really cool. The fact that the Vine Lashes are going to knock... I mean, this thing's going to get knocked out if it chooses to follow me, but I think you're right about the Expanding Force probably being a bigger threat, than follow me even.
The last Pokemon is Kangaskhan. So depending on what the move coverage is on this Kangaskhan, Stakataka may be able to close out the game.
Yeah, we didn't see Fake Out earlier. I'm not sure if Fake Out Kangaskhan is very good anymore. I know back in 2015 when it had the mega boost when both of them would hit, Fake Out was kind of like overbearingly OP. So it is actually just going to be Ice Punch.
I like it Venusaur hangs on. Expanding Force comes out. It's not going to do that much to Stakataka. It just takes a little bit of chip damage. Venusaur does go down. A Fake Out doesn't work in Psychic Terrain, by the way. And Torkoal is going to switch back in. I really like that kind of switch. Stakataka won't take that much from an Expanding Force, but actually, how many turns of Vine Lash are left? Was that the last turn of Vine Lash? So potentially, what could happen? So the sun's going to come back up. There's another turn of Vine Lash, and because Psychic Terrain being up, Whimsicott can't taunt. Wave could do something like double protect this turn, or just go for the Trick Room. I don't know and go for a Heat Wave, and then just try to win the game from there. If this Kangaskhan has a fighting move, though, it's going to make things very difficult. Yeah, it looks like the Vine Lash turns are up, so Wave has to go for the Trick Room this turn.
Yeah, so this Torkoal here is definitely running pretty close. I'd like to see a Protect personally, and then a Trick Room as well. It is just going to be a Body Slam coming out from this Kangaskhan.
It could be a Paraful Para.
Oh, and it is going to be an Expanding Force coming from this Indeedee. Torkoal is going to be knocked out from that. Stakataka going under half of its health remaining. But it does survive long enough to get the Trick Room up, so very good there from the Stakataka.
Yeah, and it looks like Stakataka resists everything that's happening. So I think if you like Gyro Ball, if you get a KO here, you can just kind of like body press your way to victory. I don't think that Kangaskhan has Protect. I don't know if Indeedee does either. You could try to force a redirection by going for a body press on Kangaskhan, but I think right now Stakataka just resists all forms of damage. So Kangaskhan switches out into Whimsicott, potentially trying to dance around these Trick Room turns as best as they can. Indeedee goes for a Protect. Because it's so low, it can just be picked up by anything. Body Press actually goes out into Whimsicott, not enough to get the KO. If you go for something like a Body Press into Indeedee, or maybe a Gyro Ball into Whimsicott, Whimsicott may go for a Taunt this turn, try to like stall out. Oh, they were also trying to stall out the Psychic Terrain turn so that you can Fake Out and then Protect, try to get out the last turns.
What are the odds this Whimsicott has... Whimsicott gets Trick Room, doesn't it?
Whimsicott does get Trick Room. I have not seen a Trick Room Whimsicott in a while, though. But hey, maybe it's on DJ's team.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Yeah, so Whimsicott goes for
just Protect.
Protect Whimsicott.
Darn
Okay. Not today. Indeedee goes for the double, but does not get it. Stakataka goes for Body Press onto Indeedee. This is going to be a KO, and it's going to get the Beast Boost onto the defense. And now you can go for something like Fake Out and Taunt, and then double Protect on the last turn of the game, on the last turn of the Trick Room, and hopefully Kangaskhan can get the KO onto Stakataka. Yeah, you have 2 turns of Trick Room now, so I imagine this is just going to be a Fake Out and a Taunt. You might want to Protect just so you can like take as little damage as possible. Stakataka does go for Protect to stall out the Fake Out turn. Kangaskhan goes for Fake Out. Whimsicott goes for a Moonblast, actually. And I would say that because you saw the Protect from Whimsicott last turn, you should play to Kangaskhan not having Protect. You've seen Fake Out, Body Press, or not Body Press, Body Slam, and Ice Punch. So potentially it's like Assault Vest with 4 attacks. Oh, and Sucker Punch, so it just doesn't have Protect. That's right. You saw Sucker Punch in the previous game. I think this is going to be a win from Wave. It's going to be very difficult for DJ Prime to come back from this. I don't think Whimsicott has any way of doing it. Sucker Punch comes out. Maybe a crit can help you out here. It doesn't do that much damage.
So
Whimsicott goes for a Taunt. So you can't set Trick Room later. Body Press comes into Kangaskhan. It is enough to KO, And I don't like the odds of Whimsicott versus Stack Attacka.
Definitely not in this situation. The good news for DJ Prime is that the defense is the one that's getting the boost, but I don't think it's going to make any bit of a difference here, Rollercoaster.
Yeah, seeing as how the attack, that it's Tailwind, Taunt, Moonblast, Protect, I just don't think the Moonblast is going to be doing enough damage. Going for a Protect, maybe somehow Stack Attacka will just explode. Or it didn't have Gyro Ball. Or you could try to like stall out the. If you get like 8 Protects in a row, Moonblast comes out. I think even if this crits, it's not going to be enough to take out Stack Attacka. It actually did a decent amount. Gyro Ball comes out. This is definitely going to take out Whimsicott, and that's going to be the end of the set. GG's to both players.
Yeah, that was great playing, guys. Getting very, very close down to the wire. Another best of 3 there going to game 3, and the third game ending with a very, very close battle between the two players.
Yeah, good stuff. That was really, really good stuff. A lot of positioning towards the end there. Stack Attacka just proved to be too strong. Too many stacks were attacked.
Absolutely.
Too many attacks were stacked. That one's better. That one's better.
Too many stacks were attacked. That's definitely not the right way to do it.
Yeah, too many attacks were stacked. That's definitely it.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. And be sure to subscribe for more content.